Hello, we're back again live for some more Matchday by Matchday predictions at in Sky Bet League 2. Matchday number 13. We move on to now to preview. But first, as always, we'll look back at what's happened in Matchday number 12's games there and see how we got on with our predictions. Once again, it was just between myself and the football simulator, so we're looking, as always, for more people to get involved and put your predictions either in the live chat there or down in the comment section below. So then I can award you based on the odds of all of the games there. And then I have a leaderboard, and then you can set shuffle and change depending on how many people play. And yeah, the winner at the end of the season for that gets to decide on a 5-minute video idea. So it's all a bit of fun and bragging rights at the end of the day with a prize potentially as well too. So let's go ahead and have a look at Matchday number 12 games. It started off with Bolton. They got a 2-0 win against Salford City. So Doyle and also Turnbull with an own goal giving Bolton all 3 points. Something they haven't been familiar at all this season there. 11 shots each, 4 on target each, but ultimately Bolton the winners. Southends got their first win of the campaign with a 1-0 win against Walsall. Very late on in this game, 88 minutes, with Akua getting the match winner. Bates sent off in the 93rd minute for Walsall. So I just tried too hard to get a dramatic equaliser, but instead sort of ends in a horrible way. So 19 to 11 shots for Walsall and 7 to 5 on target for Southend. Tranmere, they were entertaining a 4-3 win against Port Vale, with Boone scoring 2 goals, Ruwiri and also Morris, and those 2 goals came in stoppage time there. So the Bats, they were 3-2 down coming into the 90 minutes, and then they somehow came from behind to end up winning it. So Colin, Ammo, and Rodney scored the goals for Port Vale as they thought they won this match, but not to be. Joyce sending off in the 52nd minute could have been a big turning point. They still managed to score 10 men, but I guess it proved too much at the end of the day. 15 to 8 shots for Tranmere, and we had 6 to 4 on target for themselves as well. Cambridge United and Barrow was a 1-1 draw. Ironsides in the 56th minute for Cambridge. And we had Platt in the 96th minute, a dramatic late equaliser for Barrow. 12 to 10 shots for Barrow and Cambridge. Next up, Cheltenham 2-1 winners against Carlisle, with Boyle and Thomas scoring the goals. Milish got a goal back on the stroke of half time for Carlisle, but not to be. 9 to 8 shots for Carlisle and 3 on target each. Next up, Scunthorpe 2-0 winners against Oldham, with Biggs Eo and also Van Bean. 12 to 11 shots for Scunthorpe and 7 to 2 on target. Next up, Mansfield 2-1 winners against Forest Green. Lapsley and Charsley scoring Mansfield's goals there. Bailey got one for Forest Green, but came way too late in the match, 84th minute at 23 to 7 shots for Forest Green and 6 to 4 on target. So they'll dominate this game, 69% possession as well too. But Mansfield was more clinical in front of goal. Bradford City and Exeter City share the points in a 2-2 draw. Clark and Staunton scoring the goals for Bradford. And for Exeter City, we had Jay and Bowman. 16 to 13 shots for Exeter and 7 to 6 on target too. Harrogate, Tarn and Crawley. Tarn 1-1 draw. Walters for Crawley and Muldoon for Harrogate. 16 to 15 shots for Crawley and 6 to 5 on target. Colchester 2-1 winners against Leighton Orient, with Brian scoring both of their team's goals. We had Wilkinson scoring for Leighton Orient. 11 to 9 shots for Colchester and 5 to 2 on target. Morecambe and Stevenage, they shared the points in a 1-1 draw. Otier with a penalty kick for Stevenage, and Slew for Morecambe. 18 to 3 shots from Morecambe and 6 to 2 on target. So dominating, but at the end of the day, they're pretty fortunate to even get a point out of this game, as the goal came in the 80th minute. And the final match was Scunthorpe 1-0 winners against Port Vale with Isa winning in the 28th minute. And this was a game Port Vale dominated on the shots, 16 to 2, but just the 2 to 1 on target. So not quite, was it? Alright, so here we are on to match number 13. But before that, how did we get on with our predictions? You see, the football simulator did better this time around. Predicting Tranmere to win, as well as the likes of Bradford Exeter City to be a draw, and also Cambridge and Bellows game to be a draw. So 10.15. Compare that to me, where I got 2.3. The overall leaderboard sees the football simulator on top with 109.51. I'm in second place, 92.67. We have Cavan Wright in third, 22.24. And we've got ECF Scoobs in fourth place with 3.3. There we go, got all the KT records and the odds for the matches coming up this weekend, with one game kicking off tomorrow and around 11 hours time from now there. So Mansfield against Colchester. You might be watching this game late, so make sure that get in the predictions quite early on. All the other games kick off the following day, so you got a bit more time for them. So we got 22 wins for Colchester, 14 wins for Mansfield, and 19 draws. Colchester 5 wins and 4 draws in the past 10 games. Also this match, Mansfield come into this game as favourites at $2.37, $3.30 for the draw, and $2.88 for Colchester. Mansfield, they are in 21st spots in the league, just winning one game all season, 7 draws, so quite drawy, and just 4 defeats considering. Meanwhile for Colchester, they are up in 7th place, 5 wins, 4 draws, and 2 defeats. And they got 4 wins in the past 5 games as well, 2 for Colchester, compared to Mansfield, just the 1 win in the past 5 games with 3 draws in the midst. So I've gone for Colchester. They're the underdogs for this game, but things are pointing towards the Colchester direction. So I'm going to go with a 3-1 Colchester win. Football simulator is going to go with Mansfield, 2-1 winners. Next game we have Crawley as they take on Carlisle. 7 wins for Carlisle, 1 win for Crawley, and 6 draws. Carlisle 3 wins and a draw in the past 4 games. You have to go back to 2012, the first game between these 2 opponents there, when Crawley was able to win the game. We got $2.20 for Crawley, $3.30 for the draw, and we got $2.37 for Carlisle. Crawley, they are in 9th place, 5 wins, 3 draws, and 4 defeats. Meanwhile for Carlisle, in 6th position, 6 wins, 2 draws, and 4 defeats. We look at their past 5 games. Carlisle got 2 wins, 2 defeats, and a draw. Meanwhile for Crawley, 2 wins and 2 draws in the past 5 games. So things are looking better for Crawley. So I'm going to go Crawley to come away with a 2-1 win. The football simulator is going to go Crawley 3-0 winners. A lot more convincing. Next match sees Stevenage take on Bolton. Don't have any head-to-head records whatsoever between these 2 opponents. Also, this match should favour Bolton, we'd have to say. It's $2.60 for Stevenage. In fact, it doesn't. $3.10 for the draw and $2.70 for Bolton. So Stevenage, they're in 23rd position. Just the 1 win this campaign so far. 5 draws and 6 defeats. Yeah, 3 draws, 2 defeats past 5 games. Meanwhile for Bolton, they move up to 17th position. 3 wins, 4 draws, and 5 defeats. 2 wins and 2 draws in the past 5 matches for themselves there. But yeah, it's pretty surprising they are the underdogs for this game, because Stevenage, didn't they only win like 3 games all season last season? And they're looking basically to do the exact same thing this season. And Bolton finding a bit of form. I think they're going to get the win here, a 1-0 victory. The football side is going to go with a 5-1 win for Stevenage. Would you believe that? Wow. Next game, we have Leighton Orient taking on the Harrogate. We don't have any head-to-head records for this particular match as well too, because Harrogate, the newly promoted side to League 2 for the very first time. Leighton Orient also found themselves in the non-league situation in recent times, I believe. Well, maybe they weren't actually, because they were a really good quality team, and then they really dropped off. But they might have gone even further down. But still in 14th spots here, 4 wins, 3 draws, and 5 defeats for Leighton Orient, compared to Harrogate in 12th position, 4 wins, 4 draws, and 4 defeats. Odds for this match: Leighton Orient $2.70, $3.25 for the draw, and $2.50 for Harrogate. So a number of these games very, very similar, tight odds. You can go one of 3 different ways. And the way I think this game's going to go is a 1-1 draw. The football simulator is going commanding win for Leighton Orient, 4-1 winners. Next game is Scunthorpe taking on Morecambe. 3 wins for Scunthorpe and a draw. 2013, 2014, 2016, and 2019 were the times these sides played against each other. Scunthorpe are the favourites at $2.40, $3.30 for the draw, and $2.63 for Morecambe. On the table, Scunthorpe found 22nd position, 3 wins, 1 draw, and 6 defeats. Meanwhile, for Morecambe, they are up in 10th place, 5 wins, 3 draws, and 4 defeats. They got 1 win, 2 draws, past 5 games, compared to Scunthorpe with back-to-back wins. I actually have gone for the favourites for the first time in this video there, with a 2-0 win for Scunthorpe. The football science is going to go with Morecambe 2-1 winners. Next game, we have Tranmere as they take on Grimsby. 29 wins to 20 in favour of Grimsby, with 16 draws, 2 wins each in the past 4 games. Odds for this game: Tranmere at $2, $3.30 for the draw, and $3.60 for Grimsby. Tranmere, they in 15th place, 4 wins, 3 draws, and 5 defeats. 3 wins in the past 5 matches. Meanwhile, for Grimsby, they're in 19th position, with just the 1 win in the past 5 games, 2 draws, and 2 defeats. I'm going to go for Tranmere, 2-0 winners. Football Simulator is 1 up to me with a 3-0 Tranmere victory. Next game, we got Salford as they take on Brayford. 1 win for Salford and a draw. Then a 1-1 draw and a 2-0 win in the current season and the last season, of course. So we got Salford are the favourites, $1.91, $3.40 for the draw, $3.40 for Brayford. Salford, they have dropped down to 11th, so I like that. I like to see Salford struggling. I don't want to see them get promoted, especially since it's their 2nd ever season in League 2. 4 wins, 4 draws, and 3 defeats. Scored 16 goals, conceded 10, lost their past 2 games, notably. Meanwhile, for Brayford, they have got 3 wins, 4 draws, 4 defeats. They managed to pick up a win and a draw in the past couple of games. Before that, 3 defeats on the spin. This game here, I'm going to back Brayford's, going to back the big 3-1 underdog team. 2-1 win for Brayford. Meanwhile, the football simulator is going to go with Salford 2-0 winners. Next up is Newport County taking on Port Vale. 19 wins for Port Vale, 13 wins for Newport, and 14 draws. Newport, 3 wins and 3 draws in the past 6 matches. Newport County come to this game as favourites at $2, $3.25 for the draw, and $3.60 for Port Vale. Newport County, they are up top of the table. 8 wins, 1 draw, and 2 defeats. winning 4 of the past 5 games. They did lose their last match, however. Meanwhile, for Port Vale, in 8th place, 6 wins, 1 draw, and 5 defeats, losing their past 2 games. Before that, they did finish to win the other 3 in recent times. I've gone for Newport County to win a goal, follow a 4-2 goal fest. Meanwhile, the Force is going to go up Newport 1-0 winners. Next up sees Southend as they take on Cambridge. 18 wins for Southend, 7 wins for Cambridge, and 10 draws. Southend's got themselves 7 wins and 3 draws in the past 10 games. Southend $4.33, $3.75 for the draw, and $1.72 for Cambridge. Southend's they're going to continue on that momentum after picking up their first win of the season. Their Carlisle sits bottom of the table, 1 win, 2 draws, and 9 defeats in their 12 games. Meanwhile, for Cambridge, opposite fortunes as they win 2nd place on the table, 7 wins, 3 draws, and 2 defeats, with 2 wins, 2 draws past 5 games. A little bit shaky there, not as many wins in a row as they'll be hoping for, but I mean, it is League 2. It was always going to be really difficult to get the 3 points week in, week out. So to go undefeated streaks, spots on the table there. Going to go up Cambridge here. I think this one could actually be a pretty comfortable victory for themselves with a 3-0 win. The Football Sonata is going to go up to Southend, 2-0 winners. Next up, we have Barrow as they attack on Forest Green. No hitting records that I have on the records here for this match. Odds for this game, $3 for Barrow, $3.30 for the draw, and $2.30 for Forest Green. Barrow, they in 18th position, 2 wins, 6 draws, 4 defeats. Meanwhile, for Forest Green, they are in 5th place, 6 wins, 3 draws, and 3 defeats. Forest Green, 3 wins in the past 5 games. Meanwhile, for Barrow, they got themselves 2 wins and 2 draws past 5 matches. I'm going to go Forest Green to get a 2-0 win here. The Football Tomato is going to go for a 2-2 draw. Next match, we have Exeter City taking on Oldham Athletic. 14 wins for Exeter, 9 wins for Oldham, and 8 draws. Exeter City, 5 wins and 4 draws in the past 9 games. Exeter City are the favourites for this match at $1.67, $3.75 for the draw, and we've got $4.33 for Oldham. On the table, Exeter City in 4th position, 2 wins and 3 draws past 5 matches. Meanwhile, for Oldham Athletic, they come to this 20th, just the 2 wins in their past 5 games. 3 wins, 2 draws, and 7 defeats. So I'm going to go up Exeter City, 2-0 winners. The Football Tomato has gone for a 1-1 draw. And now we moved on to our final match for this particular match day there. Match number 13, there was also midweek matches to come back to and look forward to very, very soon. So stay tuned for them. But we got Cheltenham taking on Walsall. 3 wins for Walsall, 2 wins for Cheltenham, and 3 draws. Cheltenham, 2 wins and 2 draws in the past 4 matches. Also for this game, we have Cheltenham coming to this match as big favourites at $1.80, $3.50 for the draw, and $4.33 for Walsall. So on the table, Cheltenham, they were in 3rd place, 7 wins, 1 draw, and 4 defeats. Meanwhile, for Walsall, 13th, 3 wins, 7 draws, and just the 2 defeats for themselves there. So I have gone to go for an upset result. So let's look at the past 5 matches just to confirm that situation. So Cheltenham's past 5 games, 2 wins and 1 draw. They got 2 defeats in the midst. Meanwhile, for Walsall, they've got 1 win, 2 draws, 2 defeats for themselves there. So I'm going to go for a draw. for this final match between Cheltenham and Walsall, a 1-1 draw. Meanwhile, the Football Simulator has going to go for a 2-1 win for Walsall in the end. So that concludes matchday number 13's predictions at in Sky Bet League 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, also feel free to subscribe and check out all the other prediction videos that I also do out in Europe. And if you're watching this video live, I'm also doing some La Liga predictions later on tonight once I set up that video format there. So stay tuned for that. And there'll be also some other video predictions tomorrow, as I do quite a few leads there. So it's a bit of a ask to keep up, but trying my best. And we've got a lot more to try and keep up with all these midweek games there, especially for the League 1, League 2 Championship sides. Since there's 24 teams in the division, they have to play a whopping 46 games compared to like the 38 for the other top tier flights when they just got 20 clubs to deal with. Alright, so thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.